Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again, and I'm back with some Walking Dead Season 10 news. Now, if you guys watched my trailer breakdown video for Fear the Walking Dead's mid-season finale, I briefly mentioned this article here where Angela Kang did an interview with Entertainment Weekly. So here's the article right here. It says The Walking Dead Season 10 will focus on paranoia and PTSD. Now it goes on to say, we're still a few days away from AMC dropping the first Walking Dead Season 10 trailer at the show's Comic-Con panel on Friday, July 19th in San Diego. Tomorrow, can't wait. Let's see, but that won't stop us from delivering you daily scoop on what to expect. First, we hit you with the intel that Dante from the Walking Dead comic book would be making his TV debut in the Season 10 premiere. Wow, so they're not wasting any time, they're bringing him in right away. Then, we brought you the news that the show is working on bringing Lauren Cohen's Maggie back into the fold. Now we have some more insight from the showrunner Angela Kang in terms of when the new season starts, which I believe was mentioned and confirmed, I believe yesterday, that it is returning on October 6th, I believe. And what to expect from the newest villains when things pick up this fall. Check out what Angela Kang had to say about all that below. So, Entertainment Weekly says, let's start with the basics in terms of time frame. When are we picking up with Season 10? We left off with a huge snowstorm. How much time are we looking at in terms of passing between Season 9 and Season 10? Angela Kang said, we're passing a few months, probably. I feel like we marked time on the show based on the children. So we saw Rosita pretty heavily pregnant at the end of last year, and I'll say that the state has changed. Okay, so maybe she's going to be very close to giving birth, or maybe already has given birth. A little time has passed. They've been living with some of the Whisperer rules, and we'll see that some things have changed, and some people have done some unexpected things in the time that has passed to deal with the trauma at the end of last season. Entertainment Weekly says, is there anything in terms of the look and feel, or just thematically, that you guys are going for in Season 10? Angela Kang says, yeah, one of the great things from the comic book that we really got excited about, there's the idea of propaganda and paranoia, and this idea of silence the Whisperers, which Robert Kirkman played really well. So there's definitely a feeling as our group gets into the conflict that keeps building between the Whisperers that's very different from how the Savior War played out, where there were just elements of paranoia, but kind of a Cold War feel. There's a lot of brinkmanship and things like that because the Whisperers are so different. Alpha pulled her big move on our people by being in disguise and sneaking around in the middle of a fair. It's just open for all to see and somehow nabbing these people. That's a very different way of operating than any of the other people they've had to deal with, really. So we've been having a lot of fun playing with that feel for the season. And how do the Allies respond to that? We're dealing with a lot of things also to do with people's trauma and the idea of what is real or not real. Things having to do with illusion or just memory breaking, PTSD. So there's a lot of stuff we're doing that's pretty unique to the feel of this season. We're also having a lot of fun with the fact that the last time our people were in a war, it was with automatic weapons and gunfire. But we're just not really in that period of time anymore. So we're working on some battle stuff that is unlike anything we've done on the show, which I'm super excited about. Director and executive producer Greg Nicotero has been in rehearsals for some stuff we're about to shoot that I think is pretty cool. That's some of the stuff that look-wise, feel-wise, is unique to the start of Season 10. You mentioned the Whisperers, who obviously passed that ultimatum about not passing through their land in a very disturbing fashion. What can you say about them specifically in Season 10? We'll be telling more of their side of the story in Season 10. We'll get some interesting backstory and some more insight into some more characters within that group. We'll learn more about Alpha and Beta. They got their own problems too within their group. So there will be some interesting back and forth between our two groups as they deal with this conflict at the border. Obviously, we know that our people have crossed the border before. The border continues to be an issue, and as with borders in our world and in life, what is a border? It's something where one group has said, hey, this is the border, don't cross. our people are dealing with, do we live with that? Can we live with that? What does that mean? When they crossed the border at the end of last season, they discovered that the Whisperers weren't there. Or, at least they think they were not. Ooh. But there are some pretty strange and interesting things that happen around that story having to do with those lines, and whether you can cross them, and what happens when you're caught. And of course, Samantha Morton as Alpha and Ryan Hurst as Beta. They're so great. We love them as people, and as performers, I think they bring much more to these roles. So I'm really excited for the audience to see what they're bringing to the season, because there's much more to explore with them. So there we go. That's what Angela Kang has said about season 10. Sounds pretty interesting. More about PTSD. The idea of what is real, what is not, illusions, paranoia. Sounds like it's going to be very, very interesting. What is real and what's not real. I don't know. Maybe people are going to be like, is that a real walker? Or is that a whisperer? Who are these new people? Are these new people whisperers? What if there's one, in this group of new people we just met, I can see them starting to like freak out, because like it said, Samantha, Alpha snuck into the middle of a fair. It was just open for all to see, and somehow nabbing these people. So, I can see them starting to get, paranoid and, oh, look, here's, some new people we just met, and, we bring them in, but wait a minute, could one of them be, could that be Alpha again, or could that be Beta? Could that be another Whisperer? Who are these people? What are they doing? I bet one of them's, a Whisperer. I can see them starting to, just starting to freak out and everything like that, and, maybe they're all Whisperers, So I can see like stuff like that happening. That'd be really cool. That'd be, very, very freaky, not knowing who's who, things having to do with illusions. So that's going to be very interesting. What type of illusions? Maybe like I was saying in my trailer breakdown video, maybe like, I don't know, someone's up on the gate of Alexandria, just keeping a watch and stuff like that, seeing if any walkers or anything are coming or whatnot. And I don't know, maybe he sees, like a walker like right inside, like a tree line or something like that, like not fully visible but just barely, maybe he turns like, hey, come here, take a look at this, and then when they turn back, it's gone. Kind of like I was saying, like one of those Michael Myers or Jason type of things where, you see him, but then you turn away to like get someone else to come and look, and then you turn back and he's gone. So I can see things like that. That'd be pretty freaky. That'd be scary, which I'm down for them going back into like more horror and scariness and stuff. I do like the idea of different battle stuff, like she was saying. The last time they were in a war, it was with automatic weapons and gunfire, but just not really in that period of time anymore. So guns are not really a thing. Yeah, I'm sure they still have like, some guns, some ammo and stuff like that, but not like they did, back during the Savior War and stuff like that, the war with Negan, where, everybody was shooting. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting. I wonder if they're going to go back to, well, I'm sure they'll probably definitely go, like Michonne, swords, knives, spears, bow and arrows. I think just straight old fist fights would be pretty crazy to see. Just imagine, like, I don't know, maybe not like maybe like Daryl and Beta type stuff, but maybe not without the knives, just straight up, bare knuckle fighting. I think that'd be some pretty interesting stuff, just straight up fist fights, just rough and, I don't know, no holds barred type of stuff, headbutts and, just punches to the face and Rick Grimes biting people's necks out type of stuff, you know, that type of grittiness. I think that'd be pretty cool to see. Yeah, what else? Yep, the fair. Dante, of course, apparently going to be in the season 10 premiere, so it looks like they're not wasting any time and jumping right in with him, so that's pretty cool. Trying to go back here. Well, let's see, we're going to learn more about Alpha and Beta, so that's pretty cool. Probably get some more backstory. Even though we did get some about Alpha, we didn't get anything about Beta. We're going to get some more insight into some more characters within that group, so it looks like we're going to learn more about some more Whisperers and stuff like that. You know, because I think there was like rumors and stuff like that, like last season. We're going to learn about, I don't know, like some of the other letters, you know, like Zeta or whatever, but that didn't really come true, so I don't know. But either way, it looks like we're going to learn more about some more characters. And then, of course, they're going to have their own problems too, which sounds pretty interesting, so maybe there's going to be some sort of infighting with them, you know? I don't know, maybe some sort of, like, rebellion. Maybe someone doesn't like the way, you know, Alpha's running things, so maybe, you know, I don't know, like a little split between them. I don't know. It just sounds, you know, very interesting. And then, of course, dealing with the border and stuff like that. You know, can we live with that? Do we live with that? Can we live with that? What does that mean? You know, sounds like the border is going to be a very interesting, you know, issue and stuff like that. And then, of course, you know, what was it? When they crossed the border at the end of last season, they discovered that the Whisperers weren't there. Or at least they think they were not. I'm starting to lose my voice. So who knows? Maybe there was someone there still watching the border, keeping an eye out. Maybe while everybody else was gone, you know, maybe Alpha left, you know, a couple of people behind to, you know, keep an eye out, see if they do. And then, of course, you know, what happens if you're caught crossing the border? So, yeah, I don't know. Now, Entertainment Weekly posted a new promo picture for Season 10, this one here, involving Eugene. How cool is that? So there's Eugene in Season 10. Now, Entertainment Weekly also has another article kind of talking about Eugene. The last thing we saw and heard on Season 9 of The Walking Dead was a mystery voice coming through on the Hilltops radio asking, "Hello, is anybody out there?" But who was it and what did it mean? When we spoke with showrunner Angela Kang after the Season 9 finale, she hinted we would be learning more about that voice in Season 10, and to now prove it, we've got an exclusive photo of the radio in action from the upcoming season. So there it is. How cool is that? Let's see. This will definitely be part of the season, says Kang, now off the radio, and the voice on the other end of it. It's part of the fun mystery of the season, and it will come into play in hopefully in interesting ways that turn the story. I can't tip too much about that, but I think there's some fun there to be had. It appears by the photo that Eugene, like in the comics, will once again prove to be a key part in the proceedings. Eugene will definitely be playing a role in the story, Kang says. He's certainly the one that has been helping set up these ham radios throughout all the communities. There are ways in which he is very involved. He's tech support in the apocalypse. He makes some interesting discoveries, and there is hopefully very cool, satisfying story there. And then, of course, they kind of get into spoilers and stuff like that. Could be the Commonwealth. Stephanie being from the community in Ohio called the Commonwealth and has 50,000 survivors and stuff like that. Obviously, you know, she doesn't really get into any of that. This is all just, you know, rumors and, you know, Easter eggs that we saw, you know, the, you know, little sign, Ohio or Toledo, you know, pointing that way and stuff like that. So little hints and things like that. But yeah, so we got the radios are going to be coming into effect, the mystery voice. It's going to be very cool, very interesting. So anyways, there we go. There is some Walking Dead Season 10 news. So stick around. The Season 10 trailer will be tomorrow. Can't wait for that. So anyways, hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And of course, leave me your thoughts and comments. What do you guys think about everything? What do you think about, you know, where they're going with the whispers and PTSD, paranoia, stuff like that. What do you think about Eugene being in charge of, tech support there and setting up all the radios? Who do you think is going to be on the other end? Do you think it's going to be Commonwealth, or do you think it's going to be someone else? Let me know. And of course, stick around. More videos are on the way, and I'll see you guys next time.